First off, I just want to acknowledge how beautiful and lovely this is and how crazy it is that in October we can sit outside this late at night and kind of be hot, not chilly at all. That's just a little bizarre. I'm from LA and I don't remember Octobers being like this when I was a kid. Wow. I have a lot to say, but before I do that, I would like to take a moment, and I invite you to join me in closing our eyes and remembering why we're here, why we're really here, beyond the dresses, beyond our speeches, beyond the wonderful presentations, but what our real intention as human beings and the contracts that we decided to make right now. So if you guys would join me in closing my eyes, I'm going to ask my Dine brother, Lehigh Sanchez, to lead us in a prayer.
Yate, I come from the Dene Nation, which is northern Arizona. I'm here with my brother Joey, who's actually from the Apaches. We're actually ancient enemies, believe it or not, and now look at us. We're buddies. And my sister Shay, and Janelle, who I'm happy to see here. My given name is Thunder Voice Eagle. So tonight I'd like to offer a prayer, if you'd allow me. Oreha e nana jara tengra sendeve ko ara, ko ape ko vida pe, ko gente. Father, Creator, who is in heaven, we're grateful to be here this day. And under open skies, we offer a prayer of thanks. To give thanks for all those who have showed up today, who have followed their heart to be here, for those that have sacrificed. We are grateful for all that we have in this beautiful Mother Earth. And we stand as guardians still to protect what is sacred. We have tried hard throughout all these years to honor our mother, and we have done the best that we can. And now with our brothers and sisters, we band together to save what is sacred. I ask that these people who have come today and who are in the reach of my voice may be blessed to have the strength and knowledge that they need to continue forward. We also pray for those who many may see as the offenders, the policemen, and also for the Army, who those are in the service, who are doing their job. We ask that their hearts may be open and that we do understand that they are doing their job. But help us also to have a heart at peace as we move forward, that we may have a new beginning within us as we continue down this new path together as brothers and sisters. I say these things, Hede Kirito, Helpesha. Amen. Thank you.
Similar to Dea and Josh, I anticipated coming up here and talking about activism and participation, and not so much focus on Standing Rock. But I got a text while I was at this dinner from my friends who are on the ground still. I'm gonna get very emotional, you guys, because this is a very real thing that we are dealing with. And the time is not tomorrow. The time is now. For the first time in history, Native American tribes are uniting not only with non-Native allies, but with themselves. Because what a lot of us don't realize is that before colonization, Native American tribes, many of them were at war with one another. There is a profound healing that is happening on our planet. And a lot of that healing is because indigenous people are standing on the front lines, strong and brave, and with their fists open. There's been a misconception that we have to fight with knives by our sides and with anger and with violence. And what we are seeing right now at Standing Rock is that thousands of people are committed to fighting and winning a battle against corporate greed with nothing but love and compassion, prayer and ceremony. And my brothers and sisters and your brothers and sisters, 108 of them got arrested today for protecting clean water for not only those of us who are alive right now, but those of us who are to come, for my future babies. The fact that this has not been brought up in any of our debates, 40 years from now, which is what's on the Democratic platform, going from coal to natural gas, transitioning from coal to natural gas to renewable energy, we don't have 40 years. Because in 40 years, I'm gonna be in my 60s. And I wanna make sure that my grandbabies don't have to buy a bottle of water for $20 because clean water is impossible to find. I wanna make sure that when they're driving down the roads and they see a river or a bubbling creek, that they can pull off in their car and jump in it, because guess what? We can't do that right now. Our rivers are not going to be contaminated. They are contaminated. This is a grave issue, and we have people on the front lines being thrown in jail. Their First Amendment, I was thrown in jail. Guys, I was peacefully protesting. I didn't plan to get arrested. The day I got arrested, there was 26 others who got arrested. But I was doing what 300 other people were doing, and not any of them got arrested. I got singled out. I had a Facebook live feed going with over 40,000 people watching. And I was the only person out of 300 people who got arrested for doing that. So there's obviously, a big desire to keep this silent. But I'm calling out everyone in this room tonight. Show up. Don't just tweet about it. Don't just feed off of me getting arrested. Go to Standing Rock. Go to Standing Rock. Each and every one of you, if you can. Because guess what? It's not scary. I've been there. I was there when I got there. There was 35 people on the ground. I stayed for a month and a half living with them. And by the time I left, there was over 8,000. In a month and a half, 8,000 people without a lot of money, without the privilege that a lot of us in this room have, somehow made it to Standing Rock and have survived in the cold because they believe in a fight that is about love. For a long time, we've had this narrative of us against them, us against Big Pharma, us against Monsanto, us against the fossil fuel industry. But that's not getting us anywhere. The reason why Indigenous people are making a difference is not only because they're the first people most of the time in other marginalized communities to get affected by climate change and by the fossil fuel industry, but because they're standing and they're praying. And what that prayer does is change the narrative from us against them to us with them. Because I guarantee you, those people in those seats at those oil companies who are building this DAPL pipeline, they're just trying to do what's best for their kid. They just might not know things that maybe we know. And so if we unite together and hold that ceremony and we hold that passion in love and in compassion, that is how we're going to make a difference. It's important to go green. I'm not saying it's not. It's important not to use plastic. It's important. But what's really important is standing up and making our voices so loud that they have no choice to ignore us. No choice. They say it's impossible. It's only impossible if we allow that. So all of us in this room, we have the ability. Go to Standing Rock. All of you journalists, all of you who are involved in the media, all of you actors, all of you artists, the time is now. We don't have any more time. We cannot let this suppression continue, not only on the Indigenous communities of our world, but on the future children. And we are all here tonight because we are honoring our ancestors who worked really hard to give us the lives that we have. And it is our responsibility to not only honor them now, but to continue to honor them so that our future children have a world where they don't just have to scrape by and survive, but where they can thrive, We have to stop resisting love, and we have to start living with love in every moment. We're not going to save the earth until we realize we are earth. It starts with us humans. We got to treat each other with kindness and with respect. So whatever your ceremony is, whatever your prayer is, whatever entity you pray to, find it within yourself to do it a little bit every single day, a little bit more, so that you lead a more compassionate life, because the ripple effect of that is what is going to save our oceans. It is what's going to save our planet, and it's what's going to save our race and my future babies. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having us.